Meet my never lucky Iron Man, forks only, no spoons allowed here. After maxing my main and nearly maxing my Iron Man, I wanted to try something new. RuneScape with getting unlucky on every grind in the game. If I get any drop before the drop rate, I can't use or keep it. Valuable items will periodically be given out to viewers and subs. My goal is to complete the Inferno, and I'm not going to stop there. Please subscribe to my only forks. I mean, forks only. What is up, gamers? FCast and Chill here. So this episode, I'm going to be wrapping up getting level 70 prayer. If you remember last time, we were pretty close after killing a bunch of worms, and I'm actually at the Ectofunctus right now, using those worm bones, that I got from that last task, and that should get me pretty close to 70. I do need to complete some quests too, and mini quests to get there, but yeah, you're just working on this Ectofunctus now. Also, I'm going to talk about my goals for the Inferno in this episode. So, I've mentioned several times, and, it's in my intro that I'm going to be doing the Inferno on this account. That's one of my major goals that I want to accomplish. And I want to talk about how I'm going to do that. Typically when you think of somebody going into the Inferno, that you think, okay, well, they're going to have a twisted bow and a Kodai wand and all this other good stuff. Let's be real, that's not happening on this account before doing Inferno. Not even close. And so I want to talk through, what pieces of gear I want to get, what skills I want to get, and why, and all of that stuff. So I'll do that this episode too, but first I'm going to knock out 70 prayer. Also, I want to give you guys a heads up. I am going on a bit of a vacation after this weekend, and so I will be gone for a bit. Not too long, but there might be a little bit of a delay in the next video. But that said, I am going to have a couple weeks off work after I get back, changing jobs, and before I start my new one, I have a little bit of a break. So I should be able to pump out some good content in that time. Not necessarily all with my hardcore Iron Man series. I'm maybe doing some interesting things on my other accounts. But anyway, yeah, just hanging out at the Ectofunctus here, getting some buckets of slime, grinding up bones, getting some prayer XP, and let's just keep going. Alright, and now I've used up pretty much all of these bones at the Ectofunctus, so I'm going to actually go in and do some quests. So I'm going to knock out all these quests that have prayer XP rewards, and you can see the first one here. I've completed the Great Brain Robbery. It's actually kind of ridiculous how easy some of these quest bosses are now that I've sat my account at Nightmare Zone for a really long time. But that gave me 69 prayer, which is pretty awesome. Next I did Fairy Tale 2, Cure a Queen. This one is a prereq for one of the mini quests I'm going to do in a little bit. And you can see that gave me 65 herb lore, which again, pretty awesome. The next quest I want to do is Rag and Bone Man 2. And this one is pretty tedious. You have to go around and collect a bunch of bones from different enemies. And I was actually doing that. You could see I killed this basilisk here to get a basilisk bone. And I got a Mystic Hat light drop, which is I think a 1 in 512. And you can see in the drop counter here, this is my first basilisk on the account. So that's kind of funny. Not going to bother picking it up since it's not even worth, 9k. But yeah, for Rag and Bone Man 2, each of these monsters has a 1 in 4 chance of dropping their unique bone for the quest. And so I have to kill at least 4 of them before I can pick it up. So that's what I'm doing now. Pretty tedious quest, but it gives some prayer XP, so I want to go ahead and knock it out. And there's Rag and Bone Man 2 completed after a few hours. Not too bad at all. Let's keep going. And here's Land of the Goblins completed. This one I wanted to complete because it's required for a mini quest called Hope Spear's Will. And that one gives a ridiculous amount of prayer XP. I believe it's around 38,000. And I'll be doing that soon. Before that, I want to show I have this one other quest here I just completed, which is Swan Song. And that gives some more prayer XP as well. And you can see I actually got level 70 fishing from Swan Song, which is pretty nice. Alright, so now that we got all those quests out of the way, we want to do the mini quest I mentioned, Hope Spear's Will. So this mini quest, it has you kill some of the old goblin, priests that you had to do during the quest, but you have to kill them without any armor or weapons equipped. And so it's pretty dangerous, honestly. For a hardcore, might be a little bit scary. But, I'm good at prayer flicking. Let's just get into it and hope for the best. But yeah, you can see I'm here with nothing in my inventory except a bunch of Karam bombs, and I have an instant teleport out just in case, and then some attack and strength potions, which should definitely help out. So I sip my attack and strength potion, and then let's summon this guy and see how it goes. So I'm summoning Strongbones. So this guy's the hardest, so I figured might as well start with him first. And I'm just gonna sit here and flick my Chivalry and protect from melee, and I'm just gonna keep one tick flicking and try to get as much as I can here, and I'm just gonna keep a really close eye on how much damage he's doing to me and eat up. Really shouldn't be that bad, but you know, just want to be really careful here. Alright, and then he's dead, and then the rest of these guys should be smooth sailing, so not too bad at all. And now that we got all these guys dead, you can see I have the 5 bones in my inventory from the 5 goblin priests. And so what you could do here is, if you run over to this fairy ring and go to the ancient goblin city, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it because I know it's not going to go well, but you go here and then you just bury these bones. They give you a ridiculous amount of prayer XP. So you can see I'm here now, and let's just bury these guys. So bury Strongbones bone, and there's 20k just for that one, which is amazing. And then the next one's 10k, and so on. So then they get less and less. But yeah, that's about 38,500 prayer XP that I just got for killing some guys. Really nice. You can see I'm only 24k away now from getting the next level. I think I even have a few more bones left. So yeah, I think I can wrap this up and get 70 prayer. If you remember, I want to get 70 because that lets me do the Morytania hard diary, which then will let me get 50% more runes from Barrows. So that's why I'm doing all this. But anyway, let's go wrap up 70 prayer at the Ectofunctus. Alright, and with these last 2 bones that I'm grinding up here, you can see that I just teleport back down here and use them on the Ecto, and there it is right there. Level 70 prayer. That really feels amazing. That is a long grind on a hardcore. This actually took tens of hours, you know, to get all the bones, like just doing Slayer, and the Ecto itself took lots of hours as well. This was a lot of a harder grind than I was expecting, but you can see now I have Piety. I can turn that on, and that is just going to be amazing. Not only is it going to help my melee damage, you know, a lot, since I one-tick flick everything, but also I can go complete the Morytania hard diary. So let's go ahead and do that. And here we are. The last thing I had to do for the Morytania hard was pick these mushrooms, and as I do that, you can see I've completed all the hard tasks in my Morytania diary. Not bad at all. I'm still gonna just pick these mushrooms because there's a chance of getting the farming pet, but probably not. And nope. Hespori seed. Okay, so let's go back here and talk to Le Sabre, or whatever her name is. His name, I don't even know. I don't want to misgender this dude. And yeah, it looks like I got my Morytania hard diary completed. And yeah, got my lamp. I'm gonna throw that on Herblore, of course, as usual. And let's just keep going. You know, got the bonus now, 50% more runes from Barrows. I think next step is to grind out the Barrows, and I'm actually going to, in my next video, try to have all 350 Barrows kill count completed, so I can show you guys what I get from it and then do a giveaway. If you remember, any specific unique from Barrows is a 1 in 350. So for the first 349 kill count, I'm not able to keep any of the unique Barrows items. And so I'll be giving all of those away afterwards. So look for that in the next video. But for now, before this video ends, I want to talk about the Inferno. So I'm just going to have myself doing a Barrows run here in the background. You know, it'll be fun. But anyway, let's talk about the Inferno. So I made this checklist, as you can see here. And this has everything that I want on it that I'll need to go into the Inferno and complete it. And I'm going to talk through these a little bit. So the first thing on the list is Varroc's Helm. And the reason I want Varroc specifically from Barrows is that it has a good prayer bonus. It's actually a +3 prayer bonus, as well as really good defensive stats for tanking range and everything. So that's just going to be really solid for me. The next is the Aram's Top. So Aram's Top is going to be really useful for increasing my magic accuracy. Really important in the Inferno is being able to barrage the nibblers at the start of each wave and freeze them in place. And, you know, having extra magic accuracy is going to definitely help, especially since I don't plan on having Augury or Rigor for when I go into the Inferno. Then the next thing, this is going to be like my bread and butter top and bottom gear that I'm going to wear, is going to be the Carol's armor. This is just, you know, it has a good range attack bonus. I will be using range for all of the Inferno basically, except for, you know, casting magic spells on nibblers. And it's a solid upgrade over Black D'hide. I could go for the Arma top and bottom, but honestly, with my current situation, I feel like that would be kind of risky on a hardcore without, you know, getting some other upgrades first. And so I'm just going to stick with the Carols. So there's 4 things that I really want from Barrows for the Inferno, and that's why I have to do this 350 kill count grind first, and then I can get into it and try to get these items. So we're going to be at Barrows for quite a while, but that'll be for the next episode, like I said. Next thing on this list is the Master Wand here, and this is a very slight upgrade over the Ancient Staff, which is very easy to get, but I'm going to go for the Master Wand anyway, and it is a long grind at Mage Training Arena. But, you know, the good thing is that it will get me a lot of magic levels and XP, which is, you know, always helpful. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the Master Wand. Next is the Occult Necklace. So this is just a massive bonus to your magic damage, plus 10%, which is honestly insane. The problem with this Occult Necklace is you need 93 Slayer to get it. So it's going to be quite a grind, but, you know, Slayer unlocks a lot of cool stuff, lots of good things to get. So, you know, I'll definitely be focusing on that. Next thing, if we start on row 2, is the Toxic Blowpipe. So this is going to be probably the hardest thing to get out of everything on my wish list. And that's because I'll have to do Zulrah. So I don't know if you're familiar with the boss Zulrah, but it's very dangerous, can attack and hit pretty hard with both mage and range. And honestly, I do need a trident before I start fighting Zulrah, so I'll need to get 87 Slayer first. And the Blowpipe is a 1 in 512 drop from Zulrah. So I'll need to kill Zulrah 512 times and then keep going to get a Blowpipe afterwards. Next thing is just the Ava's Assembler. This will be pretty easy. It's dropped from Vorkath. You need the Vorkath head to make it. So I do need to do Dragon Slayer too, and potentially kill Vorkath up to 50 times, but I'm not too worried about that. So the next thing here is the Rune Crossbow, and that is right, I plan on completing Inferno with a Rune Crossbow. So the reason for that, typically, you know, the Twisted Bow is the go-to weapon that you want to do for the Inferno, but I'm not going to get a Twisted Bow on this account anytime soon. Let's be real, especially with, you know, poverty stats and gear. The amount of time you would need to spend in the Chambers of Xeric just to get to the Twisted Bow drop rate is pushing 500 to 1,000 hours. And I'm not going to do that just to get to drop rate and then potentially do it again, or even a third time if I go dry, you know, for a bow. Another bow that definitely stands out as a good option for Inferno is the Bofa, or Bow of Faradurheim, or whatever the hell it is, you know, the Elven Bow. And you get this from the Gauntlet. It definitely could be a path forward, but the thing is, if I still have my hardcore status at this point, I really want to get an Infernal Cape on a hardcore account. And grinding the Corrupted Gauntlet, I am very confident in my skills at the Gauntlet to where I wouldn't die. However, if I just get a little bit of lag or, you know, disconnect, I die instantly. That's just how the Gauntlet works. And so I am going to try to do this without getting the Bofa. That said, I do love the Gauntlet. It's one of my favorite things in the game. And after I get my 2 main goals I want to do on this account while keeping the hardcore status, which are getting my Infernal Cape and getting my Quest Point Cape, after I do those 2 things, I am going straight into the gauntlet. I am going to send over 400 corrupted gauntlet, hopefully get some early bofas to give away. I would love to do that. That's going to be so fun to do on a hardcore. But not now. We're going to stick with the rune crossbow. I'm going to have to get much better at the Inferno, because right now I think if I tried to do a rune crossbow cape, I would just get slapped. But we'll see how it goes. Next thing on the list is the crystal shield. This will be, my offhand slot while I have my rune crossbow equipped. Really good defense, really easy to get. You just do a quest and then get it at the end. So yeah, not too bad at all. Then the last thing gear-wise are the Zenite jewelry. So you can see I have the Necklace of Anguish and the Ring of Suffering here. So these two pieces are essentially best in slot, ring and necklace. So the necklace is amazing for ranging. It gives you plus range, strength, and accuracy. So it's really just going to make everything die faster, and is pretty much necessary since I'm not that good at the game. And then the ring has great defensive bonuses as well as prayer bonus. So both of these are going to be super important for me. And the way you get these is from killing demonic gorillas. So you need 69 Slayer, which I'm actually already close to, and you also need to complete Monkey Madness 2, which is a pretty dangerous quest, but I'm going to try to play it safe, get through it, and then we're going to have to grind demonic gorillas a ton, which is pretty fun. I think, each Zenite that you get is worth somewhere in the ballpark of like 12 mil. I haven't checked recently, but that'd be pretty cool to get 1 or 2 of those before drop rate and have to give them away to you guys. So that'll be coming, before too long, maybe not too long after Barrows. So yeah, lots of gear that I want to go for. And you can see this is going to take a while, but this is kind of going to be our, long-term master checklist of things that I want to get on this account before doing my Infernal Cape. And then, of course, at the bottom, we just have 3 skills. Very important. Again, I'm not that good at the game. I'm pretty good, but not that good. I'm not confident that I could do a rune crossbow cape without 99 range and 99 defense. I really want to get both of those. And, it's actually not going to be too hard to get those. During the workday, I could always just sit my account in Nightmare Zone and rack up XP. Not going to be a problem. And then 99 magic as well, just so I have as much magic accuracy as possible for ice barraging the nibblers. So this is really it. This is what I'm going for. And this is what we're going to be working towards in the next several episodes. More than several, really. Like for the next very large chunk of time, this is what I'm going to be going for. And again, getting some of these while not being able to get the things before the drop rate will be a massive grind. But that's the plan. And so you can see I'm back here at Barrows, just killing some more kill count. And I'm going to sit my ass at Barrows and not do anything else until I get 350 kill count, and then I will show you guys what I get and we'll do a giveaway. So yeah, until next time, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the video if you're enjoying things. Again, it might take a little bit to get the next video out since I have a lot of Barrows to do, but hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate all the support. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and have a good one. Thanks.